Have you ever heard the term WMDs, weapons of mass destruction? WNDs can become WMDs. WNDs are our wants, needs, and desires. See, when our wants, needs, and desires that come from our soul realm and not from Big Daddy's realm, they can become weapons of mass destruction. The idea is for us to align ourselves with the Father's place. When we align ourselves with Him, and our wants, needs, and desires are in alignment with His wants, needs, and desires, that which we call the supernatural becomes the natural. I don't really like the term supernatural for a heavenly phenomenon. You see, in this universe, we are locked into a certain set of dimensions. But outside the universe, in the heavens, the Shamayim, however you pronounce it, when something natural happens out of the heavens because we are properly aligned with Big Daddy, the Most High, the Creator Himself, when we're aligned with His wants, needs, and desires, then He can, through oneness with us, cause things to happen here in this world system that seem supernatural, miraculous. But in His realm, they're just natural. Now, how do we line our wants, needs, and desires up with His wants, needs, and desires? Yes, He has wants, needs, and desires. We talked about His need in another video. He needs us. He needs His house refilled. It's partially vacant. And this whole thing was to fill His house back up with those willing to be little children that choose Him in the midst of all this light and darkness that we can pick fruit from. So when we humble ourselves like little children and give the first part of our day to sitting with Him, He's in His heavenly dimension. We're down here in the world system. When we turn our heart toward Him first thing every day, and we seek oneness with Him, we pitch our tent with Him in His tent, we learn new things about Him, new facets of His being, new wisdom, new understanding. We learn a little bit more, the daily bread, the daily feeding as His sheep being grazed by Him, the good shepherd. We learn a little bit more of his perspective of our world system things. We have the opportunity to get realigned with him. The human hand was not just, well, this is a neat way to build a hand. The human hand has built into it a sign. I mean, it's designed this way as a sign to show his wants, needs, and desires. And when we line up with his wants, needs, and desires, he shows us things like the design of a human hand. I won't go into the details of this, but basically, when we line up with the Father, the Elyon, the Most High, his name is Yahweh. When we line up in this oneness time with him, first thing every day, when we line up with the Father, the Messiah, and the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, that makes 4 of us, right? So if you get properly aligned with these 3, you make 4. Now, the Father can touch the people. The thumb represents the people out there, here in this world system. The Father can touch the people. The Messiah can touch the people. The Ruach HaKodesh, the Kodesh Spirit of the Father, can touch the people. We can touch the people, but when we are properly aligned with them, we can feed the people. Pretty cool, huh? See, there are hidden wisdom aspects of the Father's heart that are available to the little children who are willing to humble themselves, turn toward him, and not go in with our wants, needs, and desires, when our wants, needs, and desires are just to be with him every day, just to acknowledge his name, which is above all else, just to ask him to forgive us of what accumulated since yesterday's visit with him, as we forgive others that may have done things to us that weren't right, to get our daily bread, to acknowledge his kingdom coming here, his will being done here. Wow. When we do that, when we align ourselves with him, the people that don't know him but are searching for him, we're all looking for the facets that make him up: love, joy, peace, patience, rest, endurance. We're all looking for those things. It's just that for most of my life, I looked for all those things, but I looked for them within my soul and tried to figure out within my soul where those things were, and I would chase those things. They're all located in the heart of the Most High One. And we, if we'll humble ourselves like little children and respond to the call. He's calling. Not many respond, but he's calling. If we will hear the call, turn our heart toward him, and just seek that oneness. When our wants, needs, and desires are culminated in the desire to have oneness with him every single day, so that we can hear what he says, see what he does, and then come back into this world system and say what he says, do what he does, his wants, needs, and desires are being fulfilled in the earth by his little children. See, the wise ones and the intelligent ones, they can't perceive this. This is hidden and saved for the little children to know and understand. Understanding is a hidden treasure. It's a hidden treasure. But when we access understanding coupled with his wisdom, wow, then we have bread, food for that day. And when we start operating in his wisdom and his understanding given to us on a daily basis, our wants, needs, and desires shift and start lining up with his wants, needs, and desires, that we might together be in a position to feed those who are hungering and thirsting for his right ways. Isn't he fabulous? This is the well message of the kingdom of light that is outside the universe. We have the opportunity to be well.